Hello, everybody, and welcome to the next episode of the Cyclopean Foundations custom campaign. As I was getting ready for the next one, I realized I did not read Resolution 4. I just saw that proceed to Resolution 4, and in my mind said proceed to the next scenario. So, Resolution 4. As you reach your decision to pursue the gangsters, you glance out the window of the diner by chance. Through the constant rain, you spot a dark figure in a trench coat just at the edge of your vision. The glow of a cigarette partially lights its face, looking straight ahead and focused intently on you. The moment you rise from your seat, the figure turns and strides away. How long have you been followed, and by whom? The O'Banions? Someone else? Something else? You take another sip of warm coffee to counter the fresh chill that rattles down your back. We have been observed. Add one cultist to the bag for the remainder of the campaign. Oh, it's angry. All right. We earn victory X. If an investigator earned 3 or more experience during the scenario, mark 1 notice or campaign log. If any investigator earned 6 or more, we mark 2 additional notice. So we're at 3 notice. That's a nice, interesting balance there. Because, you know, we really did make a lot of noise. Done. Okay. All right, now, YouTube, I'm going to pause until we get back to the next setup. All right, deck lists are up. Everything's loaded in. Let's read some things while the deck lists are spinning on the screen, shall we? This one is weird but flavorful, like House Always Wins. I mean, I like the flavor of House Always Wins. Let's see what happens. Scenario going twice. If the O'Banions have laid their hands on the expedition cargo, then they are surely aware of its worth. Any loot of high enough value will be stored somewhere secure but accessible alongside other valuable items that the thieves intend to fence. Moreover, the amount and variety of stolen artifacts would make finding a single buyer nigh impossible. The most likely conclusion is the O'Banions will sell the artifacts piecemeal to collectors who know not to ask questions. The one situation where these threads come together is a black market auction run by the gangsters. You make the usual trade of dollars for rumors to learn about where such an auction is being held and head back to your home to prepare. Having spent the early evening on the waterfront, you arrive fashionably late to the event. A few other finely dressed latecomers file alongside you toward the O'Banions' cover business, a private art gallery. 2 hulking mobsters stand at the entrance, sizing you up as you approach. The thought occurs that they likely won't let you inside with any weapons. The question now is how to proceed. Oh. Interesting. So we can best not arouse suspicions. We'll surrender our weapons. Remember that we cooperated with the O'Banions. We'll cause a distraction. Remember they caused a ruckus outside. There's got to be another way in. Remember they took time to find another way in. Interesting. Yeah, that's not a weapon. This is my job. You know what? Let's do the flavor. Let's cooperate with the O'Banions. Let's just have some fun. Like, let's just go hard on the flavor, right? I think it's the worst choice, but it's the choice I'm making. All right, gather all cards from Going Twice, Archaic Evils, Awakened Madness, Deep Dreams, and Shadowy Agents. We gotta check the campaign log. If you have 3 or more, notice. Also, gather the cards from the countermeasure encounter set that matches the classes of the investigators chosen for this. Countermeasures right there. Interesting. So we have a survivor and a seeker. If we cooperate with Obanians before drawing open hands, we search his or her play area for all weapon assets and sets each of those aside out of play. What are the chances that the harpoon isn't actually classified as a weapon? 100%, right? Frick! Frick! I haven't missed anything, right? No. My weapons. Alright, if we caused a ruckus outside, otherwise use Agenda 2 sold out V1. Caused a ruckus otherwise. Okay. Put the private lobby. The investigators, each investigator otherwise begin at the private lobby. Alright, we'll read that in a second. Let's finish setup. Ernie Vickers. There he is. He's smoking. Oy me! Investigators caused a ruckus outside. Create the auction deck. This is done by taking 4 of the 8 auction lot story assets, just shuffling them together. Alright, so take 4 of the 8 auction lots. And then these ones go away. Shuffle these cards together. Okay. Okay. And then that's that. Let's go. All right, let's read everything and then we'll resolve our mulligans. Let's get these decks off the screen as well. So, cover charge. Now inside the auction house, your task truly begins. The Obanians are watching the crowds carefully, so you have to maintain an alibi. Bidding on some of the items up for auction should convince them. Forced, when this agenda would advance by reaching its doom through a threshold, oh my god, speaking is hard. Instead, remove all doom in play and reveal the top card of the auction deck. Warning, be prepared to pay if you win. Then, if there is at least 1 card left in the auction deck, remove all resources from this agenda. Otherwise, advance this agenda to 1B instead. The storage for the gang stolen goods must be further inside, but security is tight as expected. There's got to be some way to discreetly clear the door of the gangsters standing guard. Objective, only investigators at the auction hall can spend the requisite number of clues to advance. Okay. I am very intrigued. I am very intrigued. So we want to get Dr. Milan Christopher because he's going to help us buy stuff at the auction house. So will that. You're garbage. Hey. Honestly, that's a pretty nice opening hand. All right, Silas, you need Yodel. Unrelenting's great. Okay, so we're going to burn a bunch of these because we're digging specifically for Yodel. Well, we're gonna dig specifically for Yodel and my fishing net because they didn't take that away from me. All right, so let's look at this. So private lobby, you depart while you still can. If the investigator cooperates with the Obanians, private lobby gains test foot or book 2. This test gets +1 difficulty for each clue on the private lobby. If you succeed, shuffle a set-aside weapon asset into its owner's deck. If you succeed by 2 or more, you may place that card into its owner's hand instead. Yes! 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 All right. So sick. Okay. Okay, cool. All right. Oh, I guess I should resolve your mulligan. True Understanding, you can come back later. Guts, you can come back later. Unexpected Courage, you can probably come back later. We were looking for a Dream Diary and a Hawkeye folding camera. Okay. So Min's first turn is going to be pretty simple. She's going to play Dr. Milan Christopher for 4. We're going to investigate our location at 5 to 2. That's X is equal to 4 minus the number of cards in the auction deck. So it's currently a 0. We're going to grab a clue, which is going to give us a resource, which we're going to use to play a Hawkeye folding camera for our last action. That's what we call a winning opening turn. Well, Silas, you're going to investigate your location, committing this unrelenting to this. So we're going to seal, I think we should have 2 zeros and a +1. Yeah. We're going to seal 2 zeros and the +1. We're going to draw 2 cards. All right. Then we're going to investigate at 3 to 2, ignoring the seals of the zeros. So that one's not in here. That one is -0. We're going to grab a clue. Because it's 0, right? So we can also then return this to our hand as well. Because 2 minus 0 equals 0. So we grab a clue, which is also triggers this Hawkeye folding camera. Beautiful. We just need to spend this. Only investigators in the auction hall. Well, we're going to need to get in there, especially once this auction lot goes up. Do we want the 2 on this? Probably not. We can crack the case into something better. Action number 2 is going to be, we're going to play Yodel. And then we're going to discard the top card of our deck. A little bit awkward, but... Oh, it's just limit once per phase. Okay. Do we want to rush on this? Or do we just want Minh to solve it? Because Silas could try to get his own weapon. Which doesn't seem bad. And because if we fail, we can just shuffle in a worse one, right? And then we can just get the harpoon in our hand. That's probably a good final action. So we have 2. We're going to go 3. And we're going to commit this and use Min's ability to go 6 to 2. We succeed by 2 or more, so we're going to grab the harpoon. Okay. This will go in the discard pile. Beautiful. All right, upkeep phase. Bong. All right, let's see what this Mythos deck does. I'm very curious. Bidding War. Revelation. If there are no cards in the auction deck, gain Surge. Otherwise, test Brain 3. If you fail, place 2 resources on the current agenda from the token bank. If you failed by 2 or more, place an additional resource on the current agenda and take 1 horror. So, they're bidding for the thing. That's pretty neat. We have 5 to 3. We're good. Over here, Silas, you have around every corner. Revelation, test foot 3. If you fail, the nearest conspirator enemy moves directly to your location and makes an immediate attack against you. If there are no conspirator enemies in play, search the encounter deck and discard pile for 1 and spawn it normally. If there's a countermeasure treachery in play that matches your class, you cannot commit cards to this test. Uh-oh! Alright, we have 4 to 3. Okay, so I think the correct thing is we discard the top card of our deck. And we're going to unrelenting this test, so we're at 5 to 3. We're going to do +1, 0, 0. We're always going to do that with unrelenting. So then we get to draw 2 cards. So then we do 5 to 3. Yeah, 5 to 3. Nice, we pass. Sorry. Yeah, 5 to 3. This has to go. Otherwise we fail. But that's okay. Because our hand is now loaded with goodies. Parlay, gain 5 resources, recording your campaign log that you took out alone. Oh, that's so funny. I love that so much. All right. Minh, why don't you hop up here? Parlay, test brain or book 7. You get plus X where X is the highest cost. Where X is the cost of the item asset you control with the highest cost. If you succeed, gain a clue from the token bank. All right, well, Minh doesn't want to be here. So let's just keep exploring into the auction hall. As a lightning bolt, you bid on the current auction lot. Place any amount of resources on the current agenda from the token bank. We need to be able to pay that much. What? What's going on? Okay. Okay. Well, we're going to investigate at 5 to 3. 4, 5 to 3. We're going to succeed, gain a resource, and a clue. We won't put anything on there yet. But we will in the future, maybe. Maybe. We move, we investigated. Silas, you're going to go the other way. You're going to go here to the display room. Choose and discard a card from your hand. It gets minus X shroud, where X is the cost of the discarded card. A little bit tricky when you're a skill-based deck, but maybe we'll make something work with Minh. I mean, even just him puts it to 4, which is super doable. We're going to drop down the harpoon. Then we're going to hippity-hop up here. Okay, upkeep phase. Grizzly totem seems nice. Backpack seems not so nice because we have what we need. Okay. Yeah, I mean, she does need the antique Chinese vase and she's going to get it. Archaic Evils, Peril. You must either reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, draw each weakness revealed, remove the other from the game. Place 1 doom on the current agenda. This effect can cause it to advance. I think we'll burn our cards. Cool. Fixer. Hunter Retaliate. If there's a countermeasure treachery in play that matches the class, it gets +1 fight and alert. You know too much. Haha! Cool. I'm gonna drink some water. Okay. Well, at the end of the myth, when I have a lightning bolt, before it ends, we're going to discard the top card of our deck. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. All right, Silas, you're going to try to stab this guy to death. We have 4, 5, 7 to 4, 7 to 3. -2, -4. Instead, if there are fewer than 2 resources, so fewer than 4 on the current agenda. Interesting. Yeah, we'll deal 1 damage to him. Then we're going to go again. We're going to commit this overpower for an additional 3, so we have 4, 5, 8 to 3. We'll return this to our hand and kill this guy. Okay. So we have 1 action left. Well, why don't we put 4 resources? Let's put 4 resources on the thing. And just to make it simple, we're just going to use one of these for this. Let's just do the number that the game is telling me to do. I think that's just like the cleanest course of action. Then for our last action, we're going to gain some resources, so we might, if we have to pay, it'll be fine. It'll be okay. We'll worry about that in the future. All right, Minh, you're honest. Your turn's going to be pretty boring. You're just going to investigate a bunch. We have 5 to 3 because we need to get this. We could do the Dream Diary. It could be worth it, but like we're going to draw. Limit once per phase, discard a card. No. We are going to need to pay the money, but like I think getting this out is good for the extra skill a turn. Yeah, let's do it. We're going to draw our weakness, and that's just life with Minh, right? We have 5 to 3. Second action. That'll be a clue, which will also be a resource. 2, 4. Yeah, we'll have 8 here. Zoop, zoop. And then we will do that again for our last action, 5 to 3. Fail. Okay. Upkeep. Easy come, easy go, right? Easy come, easy go. Cool. All right. Auction lot. Ceremonial weapon. Revelation. If there are 4 or more resources in the current agenda, the investigators win the auction. The investigators must immediately spend a number of resources as a group equal to the amount of resources on the agenda. If they cannot, deal 2 damage to each investigator and remove this copy of auction lot from the game. The investigators successfully choose an investigator to take control of it. Interesting. Okay. Well, we can spend the 4 from Silas. I think his money is less necessary. And then, Silas, why don't you take the sword? All right. So it looks like we do need 4 to win, so we need to pay 4. Okay, this is fun. That's cool. I like it. That's neat. That's cool. All right. Anyway, evil card. Your threat area. When you reveal chaos tokens for tests you perform, reveal an additional token and cancel the token with the highest modifier. Limit once per test. Neat. That's a little bit tricky. Over here, bidding war. Okay. We're doing a brain, so we're going to use Yodel to go up to 3. So now we're 3 all. I think we could do this to go 5. It is the Rex Murphy curse, it's true. We go 5 to 3. That's -1. So this will resolve, but we'll ready Yodel. We don't heal him, but that's okay. Okay, man, you kind of have it out for you right now. We are going to play the Totem, because that'll help us through the King of Yellow later. And then we're going to just investigate at 5 to 3, and we need to reveal 2. That's -2. That's +1. So we do get a clue, which is huge. That one's not going to count for this because we didn't actually... Highest means positive yet. Yes, yes, it does, yeah. That's how I read it. Last one, let's go 5 to 3 again and hope for the best. Oh, that's not good. All right, we fail. Silas, can you get the last clue from this? Silas, can you get the last clue from this? We're going to try it out, brother. We have, once again, 0, 0, +1, because I want the cards. 7, 8. We'll do this. So then we have now 4 to the game's 3. -2. So if we return this, we now have 3 to the game's 3, and we can play lucky to get there. I think that's fine. I like that. So we'll grab the last clue. It's -4 right now? Oh, it is -4 right now. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. 1 second. Where's my skill test reference? See if there's a timing window where I can add 4 resources on there. I thought there was one for skill test. Maybe I'm just dumb and I missed it. So 26, 25. Page 26. Thank you. Cast no window. Okay. All right, so then it's just we return this and just nothing changes. We just fail. Cool. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That was our first action. So let's add 4. Let's do it. Then do we go again? No, I think we're just going to gain 2 resources. Help pay for that money we just put into the pile. Upkeep. That's a great draw. That's not a great draw, but honestly, it might be okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Backpack weak version can get out of here. Bong. 1 of 3. Evil card here is Pickpocket. Aloof hunter prey. Most resources. At the end of the enemy phase, if Pickpocket is ready and unengaged, move 2 resources from each investigator or Pickpocket's location to Pickpocket. When you defeat or discard it, move all resources to the pool. Oh, okay. Neat! I love that. Well, she's about to get a harpoon to the throat, so it's a rough day for her. Ah. This is gone. Okay. Minh. We're going to investigate at 5. So we can commit. If we can't commit you. This gives us 3, so we need another red. So we have 5 to 3. Yes. Okay, that's huge. That opens up a lot. Because now we have 6 book, which is super nice. We also are, I think, going to crack the case here, or do we want to save that for our King in Yellow? Realistically, we probably want to save it for the King in Yellow. You know what, Minh? We're going to do Silas Assault and get rid of that. Gain a resource as well from that investigation. All right, Silas, you're going to grab this lady. And then, unfortunately, you're going to stab her in the face. We have 6. We'll discard the top card as well while we're here. Nice. We have 7 to 1. We reveal 2. -2, -2. So we can return this to our hand. And then she's unfortunately dead. But, you know, that's life. For our last action, I think we just gain money because we need it to pay for things. All right, upkeep. That's a good draw. That's going to go into this King in Yellow pile over here. Backpack. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2. All right, Surge. Put it into play next to the agenda deck. After a survivor fails a test, that investigator returns a card from his or her play area to her hand. Interesting. Action. Take 1 direct damage. Place 1 resource on counter effort from the token bank. Only a survivor actions may take this action. Then, if there are a number of resources equal to the number of survivor investigators in the game, discard counter effort. So neat. We're going to do that, though. Silas is perfect for that. Corrupting Influence. Secretly add this card to your hand. When a cultist or squid token is revealed during a test performed by any investigator, choose one. Did you count the wild symbols for that test? Which test, sorry? The Minh test? Silas. Sorry, I'm unsure which test. Let's go back to this one while I'm waiting for the... this test automatically fails, then discard it. Reveal corrupting influence. Interesting. Nice design. This is gone. Where you had courage in the discard. Oh, no. That one was activated with this inspiring presence, I believe. The book test? I think it was the inspiring presence, the +1 on that one for when I did the investigate. I don't think I used the inspiring courage for anything. It was discarded by Yodel. I don't think I used it for anything. Because you are right, they don't count for Yodel's thing. Which there should be like a level 3 version of Yodel where it does count those. Okay, what does this do? If there are no cards in the auction deck, keeping tabs gain surge. Otherwise, put into play next to the agenda deck. When investigator places any amount of resources on the current agenda, place an equal number of resources on keeping tabs. Oh. Okay, so okay. Interesting. Okay, well, Silas doesn't have too much to do. Can we get through this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we can try to break through this one. That's probably not the place to do it, though. It's all fairness. We don't want to place clues down. So, I mean, like, we could just... like, just spend to 2 more to get it to 6. They're watching us. All right, well, we're going to absolutely butcher Minh's hand here, I think. We're going to move to this location. We're going to discard this research librarian. We're going to lock him in a glass cabinet. Let me out. And then we're going to do this. So we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 2, 4. What's important, though, is we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 extra from this, 1 from Minh's ability. So we have 12 to 4. No autofail, please. Okay, good. So this is gone. This is gone. We do get to do this. We're going to grab this crack the case. Gain a resource and a clue. For our last action for the turn, we're going to investigate our location. We have 4, 5, 6 to 4. All right. You know, autofail. The autofail, thank you for showing up then. No, no worries, Chain Dreamer. I'd rather be, you know, play honest than not. Yeah, good timing, Mr. Autofail. That was very kind of you. All right, let's upkeep. All right, we would love a test that we can make during the Mythos phase, please. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What do we burn here? I do think Stunning Blow is the least impactful here. I don't think Silas went? Oh my god, okay. We're going to play Teddy Bear. And then after that, honestly, I don't feel bad about gaining money. Because we need it for the scenario. Like, Silas is doing something by gaining money. He's having a few drinks, you know? All right, now we go to upkeep, which we already gained the resource for. Okay. Whoop. Oh, you know what? We'll do one less resource, and we will do that one. Take 1 direct damage. Totally fine. Chain Dreamer, that's hilarious. Just me and the buddy. He's like, here, have this auto fail. Okay. This advances. Auction lot, medieval tapestry. If there are 5 or more resources, did I do this one wrong? No. Okay, so each one's a different price. All right, so there are 5 or more resources. We must spend equal to the amount of the current agenda. So we can just take 3 from my buddies. You know what? Man, you can have this one. So then... Oh, this is already gone. Into this trash bag with you. Oh my god, there's still so much left to do. Boop. Covetous Competitor. If there are no cards in the auction deck, it gains Surge. Otherwise, when investigators successfully pay after winning an auction, each investigator chooses and discards an asset he or she controls. Okay, I'll pay you off. Man, the design of this game, this scenario is off the freaking chain, man. It's so good. Oh, you're dead. You're dead, just so you know. Oh my god. Okay. Well, lady, we're going to parlay with you. We're going to parlay. She's the agenda. So, we have 5 brain. We're going to commit this for 6, 7, 8 to 4. Seems good. Nice. So we're going to gain a clue off our location, which triggers the last one of these, thankfully. Ding. And then she's gone. And then we're going to get the hell out of that room for action number 2. And then let's advance this. We have the 8 clues we need, because there's all of the locations. We could have also done it here, but no need to brag for information. As you mingle with the other socialites and criminals, it quickly becomes apparent that the auction has a lot going on beneath the surface. Mixed into the crowds are several dark figures that keep trying to corner and eliminate you, and you're not sure if they're with the O'Banions or not. However, between the action, you're able to observe yet another out-of-place figure. Tips from other patrons help you identify a member of the Sheldon gang, one of the O'Banions' rivals casing the auction house. You pass this tip to the O'Banion sentries who advance to the crowd, leaving you free to access the back rooms. Duty is one thing, but bad blood is another. Reveal the service corridor and put the set-aside auction storage location into play. Sorry. Reveal service corridor and put the set-aside auction storage vault? I'm going to assume that that's this one. I think that's a safe assumption. Okay. Check the location symbols. It does connect, so I would wager yes. That's good. Oh, sorry. I also wanted to grab 6 resources from that Crack the Case while I was here. I just forgot to do it because, you know, my brain is mush when streaming. Okay. You got to make the most of your time before the Albanians tighten their security once more. If the stolen artifacts are anywhere on the premises, then there's only one place to look. If there are no clues on auction storage, we advance. So at the end of the round, each investigator at the service corridor with a hidden card in his or her hand takes 1 horror. Okay, well, Minh, you have 1 action left. We probably don't want to just take a horror. So you know what? You're just going to grab this guy for Silas. And then also, by the way, we're going to bid 4. 4! Silas, you're going to kill this person. You have 5. 6 to 1. -2. She's donezo. What did you do with your last 2 actions? I mean, you could make your way into the storage vault. Not a bad idea. You can kind of just see what's working in there so Minh can have an idea of what to best prepare for her turn. Yeah, let's do it. 1, 2. Non-Euclidean. Lose 1 resource or discard a card from your hand at random. After you discover any amount of clues from Storage Vault and you do not succeed in investigating by 1 or more, move to a connecting location. Interesting. Okay, upkeep. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What are we gonna burn? Probably my net. If I had to guess, it would be my net. All right. Bong. First evil card is another one of these competitors, which actually is super helpful. Not actually super helpful by the way the force thing is worded. After you discover any amount of clues from Storage Vault, if you did not succeed in investigating by 1 or more. So, not great. I'm going to put this in front of Silas because he's probably going to be the one who deals with it, unless he draws an enemy here. No, grotesque hallucinations. Oh, okay. That's fine. Silas, you have a pretty easy turn, but Minh, you're going to come on in. So, action number 1, investigate. Where the heck are my deductions? We're going to investigate at 4, 5, 6 to 3. Cool, grab a clue. And a resource. Silas! We're going to start here. I'm going to remove baby backpack, and the order matters, so let's just put things back in the way they were. Okay. All right, then we're going to talk to this lady. We have 4 all. Come here and go 6 to 4. I think 6 to 4 is fine. I'll discard the top card of my deck. All right, what can you do? I love that parlay test. I always love parlay tests that use fist. Yeah, it's a fight action, but not really. Shh. 6 to 4. We'll go 7 to 4, I think. No, we'll go 6 to 4. Nice. We'll return this to our hand as well. Get out of here. Last action. Gain a resource. Money's important in this scenario. It's worth more than other scenarios. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. See ya. Yeah. He flexes his chest muscles and the lady faints. Heck yeah. My gosh! What kind of establishment is this? Test foot 3. If you fail, the nearest conspirator enemy moves directly towards your location. So we should probably also put a bit more money on that. So maybe Silas can go back there and do some bidding. What are we testing here? 3? So we can commit this for an additional 3, so we're at 5 to 3. Yeah. Ooh, baby, let's go. All right. For 1 and spawn it normally. All right. Sorry, search the... There's one down here, right? Fixer. Sure. You can engage her, and then Silas has something to do. All right, Silas, what's your evil card? The covetous competitor again. Okay, Silas, you have a lot you need to do, actually. So we can actually give this one to Minh, probably. She'll solve it on her turn. Silas, you're going to engage this man. And we're going to use Knob Without a Fight here to be at 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 to 3. We'll return this to our hand. 2 damage. Yeah, she got the taste of the chest hair. She's like, back for more. She's like, do you mind flexing again? And then someone's like, can this guy please put on a shirt? Okay. So we just go again. I think we just use the overpower for this one because I just kind of like want to... Do we want to replace this? Or do we just like... Well, we'll discard a card. Yodel. We have 6 to 3. Yeah, we'll just go 6 to 3. -2, he's done. Minh! Let's just hope this costs 4. Minh, you're going to start by investigating your location. We have... Actually, you know what? No, we're going to start with you. So we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to 4. We can replace this card with something better. Nice, we do. Well, what a replacement. Then we're going to investigate at 6 to 3. After discovering one or more clues? Yes, okay, 6 to 3 again. So that's 4 if you do not succeed by 1 or more. Cool. So it's just we can't tie. If we tie, that's bad. All right, well, let's see if we can afford this place and then maybe also draw a deduction. 6, 7, 8. There's always one. I mean, we're probably just going to play that. I think she should only have 2 clues. Did I fail my first? Oh, yeah, no, you're right, Yep. Let's see. A Baroque painting. All right, so we lost that auction and we each take 2 damage. All right, Silas, you probably got to go back and bid on this last one because I want to get more pieces of beautiful art. But first, our evil cards. Oh, we'll remove the top 3. Remember I said how important my dream diaries were, and then I threw them to the wind? Oh, only if you can't pay? Good call. Ah, we don't take the damage. Beautiful. RTFC, right? Right, everybody? I imagine the more pieces we do buy, oh, we still can't. Oh no, I see. If we win the auction. Yeah. Okay. Cool. But I imagine the more we win, the more notice we get. If I had to wager. Okay. Silas, we're just gonna leave this here. Silas is gonna go 1, which is gonna lose a resource. 2. 3, he's going to play this. And then we're going to bid 6 resources, which is going to deal with this. So I'm just going to get rid of this now. Minh, what's in our discard pile? This Eureka is probably worth it. Because if we can turn that Eureka into a deduction, man, that just speeds this up. Action 1. We're going to commit this for an additional 3. So we have 4, 5, 6 to the game's 3. So sorry, we have 9 to the game's 3. No. Let's not. Let's just go 7 to 3. I'll return that to my hand. Wow. So I also still get a search, don't I? Man, this is a lot better numbers than my the Dream Eaters one, right? Holy crap. All right, search top 3. Give me a deduction, baby. There be no deduction there. We'll grab the shortcut. That's just the best card, I think, there. I mean, Scrounge for Supplies is good. Now we'll do that thing. So we're at 9 to 3. Sweet. Deduction, please. Okay. Upkeep phase. Ding. Silas, there's a job for you. 300 turn location with Shroud of 3 or higher. Discard a card from your hand at random. Okay. Like, Silas, you just come here and grab that guy, right? You just go there and just grab that dude? Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Minh, you're going to investigate your location. You have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to 3. Give me those clues. That was only a -2. Okay. So we advance this. Ill-gotten gains. You search the auction storage grows steadily more frustrating. Actual tons of artifacts are nowhere to be found, and you keep grappling with some strange force that threatens to eject you from the storage room entirely. Flavorfully, that's nailed it. As you move to lift another crate, a small bundle slides off and drops to the ground. Your eye catches the word Mike and A. I forgot immediately how I pronounced that word earlier. Stamped across the paper. And you immediately seize and unwrapped it. Beneath the wax paper is a curious stone object about the size of a bottle and carved into an unrecognizable shape. The figurine proves difficult to hold, as its contours do not match up to what you see before you. You don't have much time to examine the object before the sound of echoing footsteps brings you back to the present. There'll be time to study later, and there are more unanswered questions to consider. Choose an investigator to take the control of the set-aside Warped Idol. When you would move from a location, exhaust Warped Idol. This movement ignores all attacks of opportunity. Oh, cool. I don't want either of them to have it. But it's probably just better on Minh, I'd wager. Add a tablet token to the bag for the rest of the game? Sure. Say no more. Spawn the set-aside O'Banion Sentry at the service corridor. Aloof alert. After you defeat him, reveal Broker's Office. After you evade O'Banion Sentry by 2 or more, reveal Broker's Office. Remaining in the scenario, he loses Aloof and gains Hunter. Okay, Minh still has 2 actions, huh? Is this custom game only available online? Linux, as far as I know, yes. This one is only available online, as far as I know. So this guy has 4 health. Oh, we should have discarded a card at random from our hand. We're going to do leftmost. Bye. Okay. We're going to shortcut Silas into this location. Let's look at the wording for non-Euclidean. When you would move. Nice. We're going to scrounge for supplies for this deduction. And then I think we also just move out and like say no. Enemy phase, this guy is going to chunk Silas. And then we go to upkeep. Upkeep. 6, 7, 8, 9. Can Minh evade this guy? I mean, we need to. Ooh, baby. It's going to deal a horror to each of them. That's life, though, right? Silas could get rid of his. It's a bit awkward. 2. Let's see what we got here. We can put that on Silas. He could take a damage because they both have an equal amount. Sure. Clues now be discovered from his location. He's just going to hang out there. Nice. Okay. Silas, you got your work cut out for you. Maybe there's a way Minh can help. So like Minh could like try to just do some work for you. So Minh, why don't you grab this man? And then you're going to try to evade him. Oh, by 2 or more. Ooh, maybe not. Maybe not. Because we could have done this, which would have given her an additional 4. She would have been 6 to 2. That is pretty good, but then if we evade him, just like nothing happens. This guy has 4 health. Kill him. Grab him. Really? Yeah. You know what? We're going to go for it. So we're going to commit this. So she's going to try to evade it. She has 2. That puts her up to, gets an additional 3, so she'd have 5. My thing. 5 to 2. We can go 6, 7 to 2. It's 4. All right, that works. And then, Minh, you're going to get out of there, man. Move in here. All right. So this guy loses Aloof and gains Hunter. That was a close one. This is gone, and that's gone. And now, like, Silas has a lot of poking that he has to do. If each undefeated... Oh, I guess I should read this. The bizarre idol is proof enough of the Bannion's theft of the cargo, but the rest of the artifacts have vanished, and you still don't know why the gangsters hijacked the shipment in the first place. You may be able to find answers with the auction broker who handles all the transaction, but you must also consider your safe retreat with the idol in hand. Do we have to get out the front door? Or could we maybe come out of here? Super spicy. Okay, so put the set aside Nora Shanley into play at the broker's office. At the end of the enemy phase, if there is at least one investigator at broker's office, move each unengaged enemy once towards the broker's office. Who do we got here? Action parlay. You try to convince the broker to give you the information you need. Test brain or book 4. If you succeed, place 1 clue on her. If there is at least 2 clues on her, we advance the current act. Okay. Okay. So it's all very doable. It's all very doable. Those were our 3 actions, though. Okay. Silas, you have a bunch of fighting that you need to do. We're going to attack this man. We have 4, 5, 6 to 3. We're going to go 7 to 3. Reveal this. Take a strain. Sorry, take a horror. Strain is my board game. Okay, so what's the modifier on this guy? -1. If you fail, lose a resource for each point you fail by. So we can return this to our hand. But I think we actually just let this go so we can stand Yaddle and heal a horror from him. So this guy's going to take 2 damage. We're going to go again. We're going to commit this not without a fight here. So we have 4, 5, 6, 7 to 3. That's pretty good. We won't use Yaddle here. -2 because we have enough. So that'll send this guy to the Shadow Realm. We'll return this to our hand as well. And as for you, can we just fight you normally? 4, 5, 6 to 2? I think so. I'd like to save my resources. -3. 6 minus 3 is 3, so this guy is done. Okay. Enemy phase. This guy's going to move over here. This guy stands up and engages Silas. Silas takes 1 horror, which we're going to put on this keepsake. Keep. Interesting. Okay. All right, so the auction is done here. All right, we'll pay the 6, and that'll come out of Minh's pockets. We got Spanish doubloons. Then we advance to 1B. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes tonight's auction. The auctioneer bangs his gavel a final time before stepping down from the lectern, the abruptness leaving the bidders in a slight uproar. The O'Banians rushed through the final transaction and herd the rest towards the exits. With no further business, your presence here will only be tolerated a short while longer. With the auction concluded, you have a brief window before your status as a guest is reduced to trespasser. You don't want to test the O'Banians' capacity as hosts any more than you have to. 5 doom's a lot. I think we're going to be okay. Okay, so this guy's aloof. This guy also has aloof. All right, well, Silas, you're going to go first because we need this guy to go to hell. So we have 4, 5, 6. This campaign is called Cyclopean Foundations, welded shut. So we got 6, 7, 8 to 4. We'll return this to our hand and deal 2 damage. Then we'll repeat that process to 8, 7 to 4. 7 to 4 is fine. Nice. This punk's done. Put him in the victory display, please. Then for our last action, can we move here and then bid on the auction? We could, but flavorfully to me that feels wrong, so we're going to move here instead. Okay, Minh. So in a perfect world, Minh gets these last 2 clues and then parlays with this person 3 times. I think that's very doable. We're going to start with the location. So we have 4, 5, 6, 7 to 4. Wow. We'll grab 2 clues. I suppose we could also just like walk out of here. Silas could have moved down there instead. We could just walk out the front door. Do we want to do that instead? I mean, I suppose I've already taken the action, so we're going to do this twice. All right, we're going to parlay with this person. We have Steadfast, which we're going to commit. So then she has, we're going to do a brain one for this one. She has 5. 8 to 4 is pretty good. We'll go 9 to 4 because we haven't used the ability here. 9 to 4. Nice. Put a clue. Okay. And then now we're going to do a book test against this one. We have 4, 5, 6. Add the clues to your count. Thank you. So we have 4, 5, 6. 8 to 4, 9 to 4, 9 to 4. Nice. Cool. Let's advance the current act. After minutes of pleading and badgering, the woman lets out an exasperated exhale of smoke. All right, fine. I've seen a lot of stupid people mess with the O'Banions before, but this has got to take the cake. I want to hear your reason for all this, and it better be a good one. All right, resolution 2. You try to explain the broker the nature of your investigation with as few details as possible, but she scrutinizes each word until your purpose at the auction is clear. You begrudgingly tell Miss Shanley about your brief investigation of the riverfront before arriving at the auction, which causes a puzzling shift in her expression. She sits in quiet thought for a moment before casting her steely gaze back up at you. No, your story is incredible. Wycliffe wouldn't have set you out on the river in the first place. You press Miss Shanley on how she knows what Wycliffe would do and show her the documents from Wycliffe as proof of your story. Her confusion deepens as she appraises the papers, and she leans back into her chair for another drag on her cigarette. The woman scrutinizes your face once more as she exhales before replying. What I'm about to tell you does not leave this room. Am I understood? You nod curtly, though Miss Shanley takes her time before responding again. Wycliffe is the man who hired us to take the artifacts in the first place. Here. The broker opens her desk and pulls out a check for a sizable sum, with Wycliffe's signature clearly printed at the bottom. A perfect match for the one on your letter. Miss Shanley allows you to view the check for a few seconds before she returns it to her desk and stands stiffly. If you want any further information, I suggest you ask Wycliffe directly. I have enough to worry about without this backward deal adding to it, and I suggest you leave before you give security any extra reasons to ice you. I tell dozens of on par, if not better, jokes, and everyone ices me? We add a tablet. Sorry, a cultist. How many cultists do we have now? 2? Okay. It is a cultist. Skip to resolution 4. Your visit to the auction may have been part frustrating, but you managed to lay claim to some hard evidence at last. Excuse me. You were still learning how to best handle the statuette, as its construction is utterly alien. You're unsure if any human hand could have carved such a thing, or if it even originates on Earth at all. The one thing you are sure of is if the world seems to bend slightly around the stone, and something like that better is kept in your hands than the enemy's. We have to add this, mark 1 notice in our campaign log. 4. Resolution 5. Recent events may have brought you closer to the truth, but your enemies still managed to repossess the vast majority of the Mycanian stone before you even arrived. They vanished as quickly as they appeared, which would have left you with a cold trail were it not for the revelation about Wycliffe. The time has come to dispel the air of conspiracy that has saturated your investigation from the very start. You set off for Wycliffe's estate without delay. We get Victory X. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there's more. At the end of the scenario, if the auction deck is empty and the investigators did not take or cancel any amount of damage while resolving auction lot 6? Also the dude in the victory display, 6 experience. At the end scenario, if the auction deck is empty and the investigators did not take or cancel any amount of damage while resolving the auction lot assets, each investigator earns 1 bonus experience. If the above statement is true and the investigators do not win any auctions, each investigator earns an additional 1 bonus. Oh, that's cool. So we earn 1 bonus experience there. So we get 7 XP. Which means we get 2 more notice. Oh, dang. I'm so noticeable. Neat. All right, who's taking this? Sorry, I'm just going to copy an extra one over here. Probably Silas, right? Probably Silas. Are these going up on YouTube later? Yes, they will be going up on YouTube. I'm not exactly sure when they'll be up, but they will be on the channel in the near future. Okay, Silas is going to take the Warped Idol. Everything else can just get destroyed. And then we continue the next scenario. Private Lives. Great design on that scenario, man. That scenario, the auction mechanic, like, wasn't clunky. It, like, all made sense and, like, flowed really well. What did we miss out on? Pearl jewelry. Vintage wine. An antique clock. The Ming vase! Minh needed that! I also think these decks are like crazy powerful. But that's just me. Oh, frick! Alright, I'm just going to quickly just get rid of this for a second. Oh, sorry, YouTube. I should say bye to you. YouTube, this campaign's been incredible so far. I loved that scenario. It was really clever and handled really well. The flavor in this one's off the charts so far, and I hope it continues. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good one. See you guys in the next episode very soon. GG's!